Welcome to Farida's Recipes. Today we're making beetroot curry. Beets are definitely a superfood. It's one of those vegetables you can use both the greens and the root of. Some of the benefits of beets are they're known to boost energy, improve brain function, balance blood pressure, detoxify the body, increase immunity, improves circulation, protects against heart disease, cleanses the blood, supports healthy skin, and weight loss. This recipe, I'm going to be using only the roots, and here are the ingredients. There are beetroots chopped into cubes or cut into cubes, 3 of them, and there's small shallots, Sri Lankan shallots, cut into quarters, peeled and cut into quarters. There's a teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of chili powder, and some chili flakes to your tasting, 3 garlic cloves thinly sliced. This is what I'm using. Of course, you need a pan and some oil. I'm using just regular vegetable oil this time, not coconut oil. We start, as always, with the onions, the shallots. In this case, just, saute them, let them sweat out, let them fry a little bit, turn a little bit golden brown. And that would be the first part. You have to start with the onions here. So these small onions tend to sweat out and cook very quickly. You can tell when they're ready. They start to get more than turn golden brown. They'll usually get a little more translucent or clear in color that you can almost see through. Well, obviously not literally see through them, but they get very thin in texture and slightly mushy even. Used about 10 of these onions. You can use other types of onions, maybe half a red or white onion thinly sliced will do just as well. And then at this point I added the very thinly sliced, almost paper thinly sliced garlic in. And I'm going to let the same thing happen to the garlic. As you can see, the onions are quite soft at this point. Make sure to keep the stove at medium or lower if your stove is, hotter than the normal ones. And as you can see, I'm letting the garlic sweat out. It'll get to this point when the garlic is just as soft as the onion, and then I add the chili flakes and the turmeric and the chili powder at the same time. I do this way. Some people will add it into the mixture after adding the beetroots. I prefer to do it this way, just so that I can get a little bit of smokiness, a little bit of it's just slightly different, the flavor, when you put it into the oil and let it cook a bit first. One of the keys to not burning the garlic, the onion, or any of this stuff is to swish it around as much as you can. Once they are all mixed up, at this point I add the beetroots, 3 beetroots cubed. You can see a little bit of smoke there, but don't worry, it's not burning. It's just kind of hot. I mix this up. I would recommend, I didn't end up covering this at all to cook because I used the wrong pan. If you can, try and use a slightly deeper pot with a lid, or at least a pan with a lid. It'll cook a little faster that way. That's really the only difference. So I kind of had to, stay with my pan for a while and swish up, mix the beetroots a little bit over and over again, just so that it doesn't burn on the bottom or whatnot, to make sure. But it will cook faster if you cover it with a lid and let it sort of simmer for a little bit. Those are pretty much all the ingredients for this recipe. Salt I add at the end. So at this point, I would just put the lid on and let it cook normally. So just do that, and your beetroots will be ready in about 10 minutes to 15 minutes when all of those little cubes are soft. They won't be hard as they are when they're raw. They'll be softer that you can, it's almost like, potatoes, when you bite into them, they're really soft. This is what it'll look like. You can tell that they're softer at this point, right? And voila, beetroot curry. Next week, I'm going to show you what to do with the leaves part of the beets. If you like this recipe, please try it out and make sure to click like and subscribe. Thank you.